Top 10 Essay Topics About Air Pollution. Air pollution by automobiles. For this topic, you should thoroughly analyze air pollution caused by cars. Discuss the major automobile pollutants, such as particulate matter, nitrogen oxides, carbon monoxide, sulfur dioxide, volatile organic compounds, and greenhouse gases. Also, consider the environmental and health effects of this problem and suggest ways to mitigate them. Air pollution and its consequences. Air pollution has detrimental effects on the environment and human health. In your essay, you can explore such health consequences as respiratory diseases, cardiovascular illnesses. Also, mention climate change with subsequent changes in the patterns of natural disasters and infectious diseases. Then, propose viable strategies to address these impacts. Air pollution and health policy in China. Air pollution in China drew international attention in 2013 when the country experienced an extreme smog outbreak. Since then, China has implemented several policy actions to combat air pollution and reduce its impact on public health. Your task is to analyze the effectiveness of these policies. See whether they have managed to decrease the amount of pollutants in the air and lower the rates of respiratory diseases. Air pollution sources, effects, and ways of minimizing. In this problem solution essay, you should comprehensively analyze the issue of air pollution. First, introduce the problem and describe the primary sources of air pollution. Then, you can establish the significance of the issue by explaining its multiple effects. Finally, propose feasible solutions at individual and governmental levels. Does air pollution in schools influence student performance? Here, you can research scientific evidence proving that students' performance decreases in case of inadequate ventilation. Try to explain the link between indoor air quality and cognitive performance with the help of scientific research. Then, suggest ways for schools to address this issue and improve students' learning outcomes. Environmental impacts of air pollution. This topic encourages you to explore the influence of air pollution on the environment. We suggest you go beyond climate change in your paper. For example, you can explain how air pollution damages crops and trees, acidifies rains, and contributes to eutrophication in water bodies. Air pollution, public health impact. In this essay, you can explore various public health effects of air pollution. You can explain the link between air contamination and lung cancer, early death, asthma, cardiovascular diseases, and bronchitis. Also, you can consider the population groups most vulnerable to air pollution and suggest ways to protect them. An investigation of green roofs to mitigate air pollution. It is well known that plants can purify the air. Based on this fact, engineers have come up with the idea of green roofs, roofs that are partially or fully covered with vegetation. In your paper, you can study specific examples of implementing this initiative, such as roof gardens in Tehran, Iran. You can analyze their cost-effectiveness and efficacy in reducing air pollution. Air pollution impacts on weather and climate. Air pollution is one of the causes of climate change. In your paper, you can investigate how different air pollutants lead to global warming through changes in atmospheric circulation, precipitation levels, and evaporation rates. In the end, suggest strategies to mitigate the climate effects of air pollution. China's air pollution is not unique. China's air pollution is troubling, but the country is not the only one to blame for atmospheric contamination. In fact, according to a recent report by IQ Air, a company tracking air quality worldwide, only 13 countries had healthy air quality in 2022. In your paper, You can study these statistics in more detail and identify the major contributors to global air pollution.